Okay, so I love music festivals. Live music, sparkles, bad decisions, my holy trinity. I met this outdoor festival in the middle of nowhere. It's 90 degrees, my hair's frizzy, I look like a glittery big potato. We're dancing, life's good. But then my stomach rumbles, like angry. Like, you had a breakfast burrito and iced coffee, prepared to suffer, angry. Hi, I'm Lexi, and this is the story of how I got trapped inside a porta-potty during a thunderstorm and ended up texting my ex for help while sitting on a plastic toilet in a puddle of shame. Let's rewind. So I rushed to the bathroom line. Now, this is not a cute bathroom situation. This is a row of steaming blue porta-potties baking in the sun like chemical ovens. But when your gut says go, you go. I pick the least gross one, climb in, hold my breath, do what needs to be done. You get it. I go to leave, and the door handle breaks off. Like, completely snaps off in my hand. Now I'm just standing there inside this tiny blue plastic cube, holding a useless piece of metal and realizing I am locked in. I panic. I knock, I shout. No one hears me because the DJ has just dropped the bass and everyone is collectively losing their minds to Swedish techno. Then, because the universe hates me, it starts to rain. I'm thinking, okay, at least it'll cool things down. But then, the wind picks up. Thunder, lightning, and the entire row of porta-potties begins to wobble. I am in a human-sized Tupperware full of regret in the middle of a rave as a storm brews like I angered the EDM gods. I check my phone. 3% battery, no signal, no service. I try texting my best friend. Help, I'm stuck in hell. Nothing sends. So now I have two choices. Wait for someone to use the porta-potty next to mine and hear me screaming like a trapped raccoon, or use my final sliver of phone battery to text my ex, the only person I know is at this festival who also, unfortunately, still loves drama. I text him, hey, don't ask questions. I'm stuck in a porta-potty near the West Stage. Bring tools. He replies immediately, what kind of tools? I go, literally anything. Screwdriver, wrench, crowbar, emotional support. 10 minutes later, which feels like a lifetime in porta time, I hear someone banging on the door. Lexi, it's me. I brought a metal straw and a fork. Sir, I am not a canned sardine. But he somehow jimmies the door open like he's been waiting his whole life for this redemption arc. I fall out of the porta-potty like a sweaty, traumatized baby deer. I'm soaking wet, smelling like a mix of hand sanitizer and existential dread. And he just stares at me and says, you look great. Shut up, Josh. Moral of the story. Festival food is not your friend. Never trust a porta-potty handle. And sometimes your ex will be the one to save you from your worst moment and never let you live it down. Anyway, I'm Lexi, and if you ever saw a girl sprinting away from a row of portable toilets in the middle of a thunderstorm, mascara running, scream laughing into the void, that was me. Tell me in the comments, what's your worst bathroom horror story? Airplane toilet trauma, gas station nightmares, public restroom panic? Let's flush the shame together. Love you, mean it. Lexi out. Okay, so I'm at LAX. I'm flying standby. I look not cute. No makeup, hoodie, hair in a claw clip. I am the opposite of celebrity. I look like I just crawled out of the overhead bin. But apparently, that's exactly how famous people look when they're trying to go incognito. Hi, I'm Lexi, and this is the story of how I got mistaken for a celebrity at the airport and decided to roll with it until things spiraled completely out of control. Let's rewind. I'm standing at the gate, sipping an iced coffee, hoping to get a seat on this flight to New York. Suddenly, a girl, maybe 17, comes up to me, very shy, and goes, "Are you, Ingrid Skarstrom?" I blink. I go, "What?" She goes, "Oh my God, it is you. You're Ingrid. I love your music." Now, do I know who Ingrid Skarstrom is? Absolutely not. I assume she's a singer. From the name, possibly Scandinavian? There is a 0.0002% chance she thinks I'm someone from ABBA's granddaughter era. And instead of being honest and saying, "No, I'm just a tired woman in Target leggings," I do something very Lexi. I smile, put on a mysterious accent, and say, "Thank you, that's very sweet." Mistake number one. The girl gasps, "Can I get a selfie?" Sure. I do the pouty pop star face, we take the photo. I think, that's it. Fun little moment. Over. Wrong. She walks away. 5 minutes later, 4 more girls show up. "Ingrid, we saw on TikTok you're flying out today." What? TikTok? Am I being live streamed? They start asking about my new single. I panic. I say, "It's called Cold Heart, Warm Synth. It drops next week." This is not real. I made that up, but honestly, kind of slaps. Then comes mistake number 2. One of them hands me a Sharpie. "Will you sign my boarding pass?" And I do it. I literally sign it. Love, Ingrid, Blue. Y'all, I am committing airport fraud. By now, I've gathered a crowd. People are whispering, "Who is she? She's famous in Sweden. I think she dated one of the guys from 5 Seconds of the Summer." No one knows anything, which somehow makes me more famous. Then, a flight attendant walks over, looks me up and down, nods like she's seen this before. She goes, "Should I move you to first class, Miss Skarstrom?" Y'all, first class. I try to stay cool. I whisper, "That would be lovely," even though my heart is doing a full-on drum solo. I get on the plane. 1A. Champagne, warm towel. I'm living my delusional fantasy. Then, the real problem arrives. A guy boards the plane, maybe 30s, has Ingrid Skarstrom merch on, like hoodie, hat, the whole kit. He sees me, freezes. Then he says, "Wait, that's not Ingrid." Everyone turns. The flight attendant goes, "She told us she was Ingrid." I try to recover. I go, "I am Ingrid, just new hair." He pulls up a photo on his phone. The real Ingrid? Blonde, piercings, 6 inches taller, looks like she eats men for breakfast. I look like I panic ate trail mix in the security line. He says, "You're not her. I saw her live last month. She crowd surfed in heels." I go, "I sprained my ankle in Boston." Security gets involved. I have to explain I was just going along with it. For fun, for the bit, for the story. They don't arrest me, but they move me to a middle seat in the back of coach and tell me to never do that again. Moral of the story? Don't pretend to be famous unless you're ready for consequences and TikTok exposure. Never fake a Swedish accent unless you've at least watched a YouTube video. And sometimes main character energy gets you first class and publicly humiliated in the same hour. Anyway, I'm Lexi, and if you ever saw a girl eating pretzels in row 34C getting side-eyed by an Ingrid Skarstrom superfan, that was me. Tell me in the comments, have you ever been mistaken for someone else? Celebrity mix-up? Identity crisis? Pretended to be British on vacation? Let's confess our chaos. Love you, mean it, Lexi out.
Okay, so I've been stressed. Life's a mess. Bills, emails, adulting, it's giving spiraling millennial on the verge. So I think, let's do yoga. Let's get grounded. Let's find peace. I Google a local studio, see a class called Yin Flow with Connection. I think, ooh, flowy, connection to the self, Cute candles, probably. Hi, I'm Lexi, and this is the story of how I accidentally signed up for a couple's acro yoga class, ended up cradling a stranger in midair, and discovered there is no inner peace when you're holding a sweaty foot in your face. Let's rewind. I show up in leggings and a sweatshirt that says, Namaste in bed. Vibe? Immaculate. Until I walk in and immediately notice everyone's in pairs and touching, like rubbing each other's backs, whispering, smiling. There's a couple literally nose to nose doing synchronized breathing. I go to the check-in desk and whisper, "Hey, is this like a partner thing?" And the girl goes, "Oh yes, it's acro yoga for couples. We believe intimacy heals the soul." Ma'am, I came here to stretch my hamstrings, not my boundaries. I panic. Before I can leave, the instructor, barefoot and glowing, claps her hands and says, "Don't worry, if you came solo, we'll pair you up with someone." And then she pairs me with a man named Greg. Greg is 50, bald, smells like patchouli and kill chips. He's wearing toe shoes. And he says, "Hi, Lexi. Let's connect through breath. I want to die." First pose? Partner tree. We stand face to face, palms pressed. Greg stares into my soul. I blink 37 times in a row. Next pose? Flying angel. He lies on the ground, puts his feet on my hips, and I'm supposed to fall into his legs? Ma'am, I met this man 6 minutes ago. I say, "Are you sure you can lift me?" He goes, "The body is light when the heart is open." What does that even mean, Greg? I fall into his feet. He lifts me. I am flying. I am airborne. I am kind of enjoying it until I feel one of his feet slip slightly. I shriek. Greg gasps. I flail like a haunted kite. We both collapse in a heap. The instructor says, "Beautiful fall, Lexi. Sometimes surrender is the pose." No, it's not. I just bruised my spine on a lavender-infused mat. After that, it only gets weirder. We do heart cradle, where Greg sits cross-legged and I lie in his lap while he hums and strokes my hair. I am so deeply uncomfortable that I leave my own body. I disassociate and imagine I'm a succulent in a desert far from Greg's lap. Finally, class ends. Greg bows and says, "Thank you for trusting me with your energy." I say, "Thank you for not dropping me." Then I leave. Sprint to my car, immediately cancel all future bookings, cry laugh into a protein bar. Moral of the story: always read the class description. All of it. Acro yoga is just competitive trust falling. And Greg, if you're out there, thanks for being a surprisingly gentle base. Anyway, I'm Lexi. And if you ever saw a girl attempting yoga while internally screaming through 90 minutes of forced intimacy, that was me. Tell me in the comments, what's your weirdest workout experience? Zumba disaster? Hot yoga fainting? Gym crush embarrassment? Let's stretch the truth together. Love you, mean it. Lexi, out.
Okay, so my car is gross. Like, there's a rogue fry fossilized in the cup holder and a weird smell I've been ignoring for 3 weeks. I decide I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna get my baby clean. I Google car washes near me, and one pops up at the top. The Glow Rinse, a spa experience for you and your car. I'm intrigued. The website is all neutrals and leaves, phrases like automotive renewal, emotional rinse, and soothing suds. I'm like, sure, I've cried in that car. Maybe it deserves healing.
Hi, I'm Lexi, and this is the story of how I booked a luxury car wash and accidentally ended up in a robe with a lemon water facial towel while my vehicle got a clay mask. Let's rewind. I pull up to the place. Immediately suspicious. It looks like a wellness resort, not a car wash. There's a bamboo fence, a rock garden. Someone is burning sage. I roll down my window. The attendant says, "Welcome to the Glow Rinse. Is your Corolla here for the full rejuvenation ritual?" I guess? I nod slowly. He opens my car door like I'm stepping out of a limo at the Golden Globes. Then he says, "Please follow me to the Serenity Lounge while we begin her treatment." Her. They've gendered my car. My 2011 Corolla is now apparently a tired single mom who deserves luxury. I follow him inside. And y'all, it's an actual spa. Diffusers, meditation music. A woman in linen offers me a tray with cucumber water and warmed towels. I go, "I thought I was here to clean my car." She smiles like a cult leader and says, "The car is an extension of the soul." Girl, what? They hand me a robe. A robe. I'm still in jeans and flip-flops. I put it on over my clothes like a confused burrito. I sit in this chair by a tiny indoor waterfall, sipping lemon water while I watch, through glass, my car on a literal platform getting sprayed with foam that smells like eucalyptus. They're playing spa music for the car. There's a guy slowly brushing the tires with a bamboo stick. Then I see another worker apply what looks like a mud mask to the hood. It's labeled Volcanic Clay Detox. My car is having a skincare routine. A different attendant walks in and says, "Would you like to try our add-on chakra wheel alignment?" I say, "Is that mechanical or emotional?" She says, "Yes." I decline. Finally, after 40 minutes of what can only be described as vehicular Reiki, they hand me a post-wash aura card. It's scented. It says, "Your Corolla is now energetically grounded and physically luminous. Please exit with intention." I go outside. My car is gleaming. The interior smells like lavender and fresh start. I sit in the driver's seat, and I swear to God, I feel like I should apologize to her for ever eating McNuggets inside her. Moral of the story? Never trust a car wash with essential oils. If a robe is involved, you're not washing a car, you're entering a lifestyle cult. And my Corolla's chakra alignment is now more balanced than mine. Anyway, I'm Lexi, and if you ever saw a confused woman in a terry cloth robe taking selfies with her car in a rock garden, that was me. Tell me in the comments, what's the weirdest bougie service you've ever paid for? Oxygen bar? Goat yoga? Dog massage therapy? Let's heal an LOL. Love you. Mean it. Lexi out.
Okay, so I'm house sitting. It's day 3. My friend's out of town. Her cat's judging me silently from every corner. And I haven't eaten anything besides leftover crackers and an iced coffee since yesterday. I'm hungry and lazy, which is my most dangerous combo. Hi, I'm Lexi, and this is the story of how I accidentally ate gourmet cat food and honestly didn't hate it at first. Let's rewind. I'm digging through her fridge, and tucked in the back is this little aesthetic container, like some kind of fancy mini jar. It's got this pale pink, smooth, pate-like spread inside. It smells like salmon, looks expensive. There's no label. I assume it's one of those trendy artisan tuna mousse things. I grab a fork, take a bite. Okay, the texture is weirdly creamy, but the flavor? Not bad. Kind of salty, kind of rich. I'm like, wow, this is fancy. This is luxury. So I take another bite, then a third. I'm now dipping crackers into it like I'm hosting a sad little brunch for one. And then I turn around, and the cat is sitting at the edge of the kitchen, staring at me, not blinking, just this intense, judgy little feline glare. And that's when it hits me. I've seen this container before. Next to the sink. Yesterday. When I fed the cat. It's the same container I peeled the foil off of, labeled Ocean Medley, Wild Salmon and Chicken Entree for Adult Cats. I freeze. The fork drops. I stare at it like I've just committed a culinary crime. I ate cat food. Not once. 3 whole bites with snacks on the side, like it was a vibe. I scream. The cat doesn't move, just blinks like, that's what you get for calling me a little freak yesterday. I sprint to the sink, rinse my mouth out with cold coffee because that's all I have, brush my teeth aggressively twice. I call my friend. I go, why was the cat food in the fridge? She's like, oh, it's fresh. It's made with real ingredients. He only eats human grade. Human grade! I've been tricked by the wellness industry via cat. Now I live with the knowledge that I ate something technically edible, but emotionally devastating. Moral of the story? Never eat anything unlabeled in a fridge that belongs to someone with a cat. Just because it smells like salmon doesn't mean it's for you. And if a cat watches you eat in total silence, something cursed is happening. Anyway, I'm Lexi. And if you ever saw a girl dry heaving in a kitchen while a Maine Coon silently judged her choices, that was me. Tell me in the comments, have you ever eaten something weird by accident? Dog biscuit, wax fruit, grandma's foot cream? Let's feel gross together. Love you, mean it. Lexi, out.